Everyone must work to build smart Bangladesh under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, says President Mohammad Shahabuddin at the inauguration of Smart Children Carnival. Holy Eid-e-Miladun-Nabi tomorrow, as Muslims devotees will observe the day in a befitting religious grace and dignity. A variety of programs chalked out to celebrate Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's 77th birthday tomorrow. Country observes World Tourism Day today under the theme of eco-friendly investment. A confused medley of opinions will never dislodge the government of Sheikh Hasina. Rather, BNP will perish by self-kindled fire, says Ubadul Qadir. BNP's call is like as an empty vessel sounding much, and US visa policy did nothing to the governments abroad, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Wedding blaze tragedy leaves more than 113 lives, including the bride and groom, in Iraq. Red Crescent claims injured persons to cross 4,500. And Bangladesh cricket squad reaches India to play One-Day International Cricket World Cup. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shamim Khan, welcoming you all to News at 10. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details.
আমাদের মতো জাতিসমূহ যাদের অভ্যুদয় সংগ্রাম ও ত্যাগের মধ্যে দিয়ে এই আদর্শ বিশ্বাসী তাদের বাঁচিয়ে রাখবে। আমাদের কষ্ট স্বীকার করতে হতে পারে, কিন্তু আমাদের ধ্বংস নেই। এ জীবন যুদ্ধের মোকাবেলায় জনগণের প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা ও দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞাই শেষ কথা। আত্মনির্ভরশীলই আমাদের লক্ষ্য।
President Mohammad Shahabuddin has called upon all to work together in order to establish Smart Bangladesh under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He made the call at the inaugural speech at Smart Children Carnival at Shilpakala Academy today. Bangladesh Computer Council organized a 4-day carnival. The president said this arrangement will help children get introduced with new technologies, sports, and many things alongside studies. He stressed the need for sports, though the scope is limited nowadays. The president called upon the public representatives to come forward to create scopes for sports. Highlighting development and progress of the country, the head of state said, following successful implementation of Vision 2021 under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, now the target is to turn Bangladesh into a smart country by 2041. The president called for turning the children as smart citizens of Smart Bangladesh.
স্মার্ট বাংলাদেশের স্মার্ট নাগরিক হিসেবে তোমাদের নিজেদের গড়ে তুলতে হবে। স্মার্ট নাগরিক হবে বুদ্ধিদীপ্ত, দক্ষ, উদ্ভাবনী, সৃজনশীল, প্রগতিশীল, অসাম্প্রদায়িক, মূল্যবোধে জাগ্রত, দেশপ্রেমী। এভাবে তোমাদের নিজেদেরকে প্রস্তুত করার জন্য শুধু পাঠ্য বই পড়লেই চলবে না, তার বাইরেও অনেক কিছু নিয়ে লেখাপড়া করতে হবে, জানতে হবে। বিশ্বমানের যে প্রযুক্তি সেগুলি তোমাদের এখন থেকেই শিখতে হবে, অভ্যস্ত হতে হবে এবং আয়ত্তে আনতে হবে। গণতান্ত্রিক ব্যবস্থায় নীতি ও আদর্শ, রাজনৈতিক মত ও পথের ভিন্নতা থাকতেই পারে, কিন্তু দেশের ও জনগণের উন্নয়নের ব্যাপারে মত ভিন্নতা কখনোই থাকতে পারে না। দেশের উন্নতির ধারাকে অব্যাহত রাখতে হবে, দলমত নির্বিশেষে একযোগে কাজ করতে হবে। আসুন আমরা সকলে একসাথে একযোগে জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার সঙ্গে থেকে আন্তরিকভাবে স্মার্ট ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ থেকে লেট আস সুইপ ওভার স্মার্ট বাংলাদেশ। স্মার্ট চিলড্রেন কার্নিভালের মূল থিম হলো এটা, যে লেট আস মার্চ টুগেদার ফর a smart Bangladesh under the leadership of Sheikh Hasina.
State Minister for Primary and Mass Education Muhammad Zakir Hussain, State Minister for ICT Junaid Ahmad Polok, Secretary Muhammad Shamsul Arifin and Bangladesh Computer Council Executive Director Ranjit Kumar also spoke. Earlier, President Mohammad Shahabuddin visited the exhibition of Smart Children Carnival. President Mohammad Shahabuddin exchanged his views with local journalists, including members of Pabna Press Club. The President highlighted the development scenario of Pabna, including construction of 500-bed General Hospital and Ichamuti River renovation, while exchanging his views at Pabna Circuit House in the evening. President Mohammad Shahabuddin called on journalists to cooperate while implementing the development projects in Pabna. President of Pabna Press Club ABM Fazlur Rahman and Secretary Syed Afroz Asad also addressed the view exchange meeting. Secretaries of the President were also present at the meeting. Earlier in the afternoon, President Mohammad Shahabuddin arrived in Pabna on a 3-day visit. President's wife, Dr. Rebecca Sultana, and his other family members accompanied him in Pabna. President's son, Muhammad Arshad Adnan, Deputy Speaker Shamsul Haq Tuku, local Member of Parliament and other political leaders welcomed him in Pabna District Stadium while he arrived in his hometown. Holy Eid-e-Miladun-Nabi, marking the anniversary of birth and demise of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, will be observed across the country tomorrow with due religious solemnity. On this day in 570, the 12th of Rabiul Awwal of the Hijri calendar, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born in Makkah of Saudi Arabia with divine blessings and messages of peace for mankind. He also passed away on the same day. The day is a public holiday. On the occasion of Holy Eid-e-Miladun-Nabi, Islamic Foundation organized fortnight programs including discussion meeting and dua mahfil. The 77th birthday of Prime Minister and Awami League President Sheikh Hasina will be celebrated across the country tomorrow. Sheikh Hasina, the eldest among the 5 children of father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Bangamata Sheikh Fazilatunisa Mujib, was born in Tungi Parab Gopalganj on September the 28th in 1947. Awami League and its affiliated bodies and socio-cultural organizations will celebrate the day through various programs highlighting life and achievements of Sheikh Hasina, who is driving the nation towards prosperity. On the occasion, discussions, milad and dua mahfils and special prayers will be organized in the capital and across the country. Sheikh Hasina assumed office of the Prime Minister for the 3rd consecutive term with a thumping victory in general elections in December 2018. Under her leadership, Bangladesh has become a role model for development, attaining steady economic growth, becoming self-sufficient in food and attaining a marked progress in the fields of women empowerment, agriculture, education, health, infrastructure, communication, energy and power, trade and commerce, ICT and the SME sectors. Jatiyo সংসদ Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary said, tourism industry is the major tool for socio-economic development of the country. She said this at the inaugural function of a 4-day Bangladesh festival marking World Tourism Day 2023. Bangladesh Tourism Board organized it at Bangabandhu International Conference Center in the capital today. Chairman of Parliamentary Standing Committee on Civil Aviation and Tourism Ministry RAM Ubaidul Muqtadir Chaudhary and Cabinet Secretary Muhammad Mahbub Hussain were present as special guests. Civil Aviation and Tourism Ministry Secretary Mukammal Hussain presided over the function. It was addressed among others by Chief Executive Officer of Bangladesh Tourism Board Abu Tahir Muhammad Jabir, Managing Director of Mutual Trust Bank Limited Syed Mahbubur Rahman and Chairman of Bangladesh Porcelain Corporation Mohammad Rahat Anwar. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry said Bangladesh has turned into a global development role model by implementing comprehensive development plans. She said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is ensuring an inclusive development plan alongside sustainable and environment-friendly developments. Mohammad Siddiqur Rahman Patwari, newly elected Member of Parliament from Natur 4 constituency of the 11th Parliament, took oath today. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry administered the oath to him at the swearing-in room of the Jatiyo সংসদ Bhavan. Senior Secretary of the Parliament Secretariat, K.M. Abdul Salam, conducted the oath-taking ceremony. Chief Whip Noor Alam Chaudhry and Whip Iqbalur Rahim were present on the occasion. Later, lawmaker Mohammad Siddiqur Rahman Patwari signed the oath-taking book as per custom. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Ubaidul Qadir has said Sheikh Hasina government will not be ousted through the mess of coalition which was formed with different opinions. BNP will burn to death by the fire from its own abode, he added. Ubaidul Qadir made the comments while addressing a peace and development rally of Awami League in Ghazipur this afternoon.
বিএনপির কি হবে অক্টোবরে 15টা অক্টোবর দেখলাম, এবারও দেখবো। আগামী বছর অক্টোবর আসবে, শেখ হাসিনাই ক্ষমতায় থাকবে। এই খেলাঘর বেদনার মাটি, বেদনার বাণিজ্যে নানান মতে জগা খিচুড়ি ঐক্য দিয়ে শেখ হাসিনার সরকারকে হটানো যাবে। এর মধ্যে ফখরুলের ঘরে আগুন, এক তৃণমূল হয়ে গেছে, আরো কত তৃণমূল, সামনে কত ঘর বলা মুশকিল, নিজের ঘর আগে সামনে। আমেরিকাকে বলি ট্রাম্পকে আগে সামলান, তারপরে সব বিচার দিবেন। ঘরের আগুন ফখরুলের ধোঁয়া, ঘরের আগুনে উন্মারা অক্টোবরে আমাদের বিদায় দিত, নিজেরা কয়লা ব্যবহার হয়।
Addressing the rally, the General Secretary instructed the leaders and activists of the party to take strong position on political field.
জানুয়ারির প্রথম সপ্তাহে শেখ হাসিনা ডাক দিয়েছে লাল সবুজের পতাকা হাতে অক্টোবর মাস 36 দিনের আলটিমেটাম দিয়েছি বিএনপিকে, এই 36 দিন দাঁড়াতে দেব না। সব জায়গায় দখলে থাকবে বঙ্গবন্ধু সৈনিকদের, হাসিনা দেখাইয়া দেব, একটু অপেক্ষা করে।
President of Ghazipur City Awami League, Azmatullah Khan, presided over the meeting, which was also addressed by Presidium members of Awami League Abdur Rahman and Simin Hussain Rimi. Joint General Secretaries Mahbubul Alam and AFM Bahadur Naseem, Organizing Secretaries SM Kamal Hussain and Mirza Azam, Liberation War Affairs Minister A.K.M. Muzammil Haq, State Minister for Youth and Sports Zahid Ahsan Russell, and General Secretary of Ghazipur City Awami League Ataullah Mondol, among others. Comparing BNP's activities as an empty barrel, Information and Broadcasting Minister and Joint General Secretary of Awami League, Dr. Hassan Mahmood said, empty vessels make more noise. The minister made the comment while addressing a peace and development rally organized by Dhaka City North Awami League at Mirpur 10 in the capital today. Mentioning the relationship between Bangladesh and the United States as very cordial and the new visa policy as a sporadic incident, the minister said that the United States implemented visa policy to many countries, but visa policy has not affected those governments, he added.
বাংলাদেশে একটি কথা আছে যে খালি কলসি বেশি বাজে, যেই কুকুর লেজ গুটিয়ে ফেলে সেই কুকুরের আওয়াজ বেশি। আজকে বিএনপির হাত ডাক হচ্ছে খালি কলসি বেশি বাজার মতো। আজকে আমি একটু আগে অনলাইনে দেখলাম বিএনপি নেতারা বলেছেন ঢাকা এবং নারায়ণগঞ্জ ঘেরাও করে সরকারের পতন ঘটানো হবে। আমরা প্রস্তুত আছি, আমরা বিএনপিকে ঘেরাও করে গণপিটুনি দিব না, তবে শিক্ষা দিব। আমরা যদি দেশে বিশৃঙ্খলা সৃষ্টি করার অপচেষ্টা চালায় তাহলে তাদেরকে ঘেরাও করা হবে। ফখরুল সাহেব নাকি বলেছেন যে ভিসা নীতিতে তাদের আন্দোলন বেগবান হয়েছে। ফখরুল সাহেব হয়তো জানেন না যে ভিসা নীতিতে বলা হয়েছে যারা নির্বাচনে বাধা দিবে তাদের উপর এই ভিসা নীতি প্রয়োগ হবে, আর যাদের উপর ইতিমধ্যেই ভিসা নীতি কার্যকর করা হয়েছে তাদের মধ্যে বিরোধী দলের নেতারাও আছে। এই ভিসা নীতি একটি বিচ্ছিন্ন বিষয়। আমাদের সাথে মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের সম্পর্ক অত্যন্ত ঘনিষ্ঠ, আর ভিসা নীতি বহু দেশের উপর কার্যকর করেছে মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্র। মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্র নাইজেরিয়ার উপর ভিসা নীতি কার্যকর করেছে, সরকারের কিছু হয় নাই। মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্র কম্বোডিয়ার উপর ভিসা নীতি কার্যকর করেছে, সরকারের কিছু হয় নাই। মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্র উগান্ডার উপর ভিসা নীতি কার্যকর করেছে, কোনো কিছু হয় নাই। কিউবার উপর 50 বছরের বেশি ধরে ভিসা নীতি কার্যকর ছিল, মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্র থেকে 100 মাইল দূরে, কিউবার কিছু হয় না। সুতরাং এই ভিসা নীতি নিয়ে এত মাতামাতি করার কোনো কারণ নাই।
Presided over by President of Dhaka City North Awami League, Sheikh Rahman, the meeting was also addressed by Presidium members of Awami League, Farooq Khan, Freedom Fighter Shahjahan Khan and Freedom Fighter Mufazzal Hussain Chaudhry Maya, State Minister for Industries Kamal Ahmed Mojumdar, Members of Parliament Ilyasuddin Mullah and Habib Hassan. General Secretary of Dhaka City North Awami League S.M. Manan Kochi, General Secretary of Awami Juba League Mainul Hussain Khan Nikhil and President of Awami Shechashibuk League Qazi Misbaul Hussain Sachu among others. Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud said, all have to remain alert so that none can create unrest in the country and society by misusing the free flow of information ensured by the government of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He said this today at a discussion in Dhaka marking the International Day for Universal Access to Information. Information Commission of Bangladesh organized it. The minister said Bangladesh has a strong information commission and rights to information has been ensured. As a result, democracy is getting a strong footing, he added.
আমাদের সরকার অবাধ তথ্য প্রবাহে বিশ্বাস করে। আমরা মনে করি অবাধ তথ্য প্রবাহ মানুষের তথ্য পাওয়ার অধিকার নিশ্চিত করার মাধ্যমে গণতন্ত্র সংহত হয়, বহুমাত্রিক সমাজ ব্যবস্থা সংহত হয়, গণতান্ত্রিক রাষ্ট্র ব্যবস্থা সংহত হয়। সেজন্যই আমরা তথ্য অধিকার আইন পাশ করেছি আমাদের অঙ্গীকার হিসাবে, এবং তথ্য কমিশনকে শক্তিশালী করা হয়েছে। আসুন সবাই মিলে আমরা এই গণতান্ত্রিক রাষ্ট্র ব্যবস্থাকে আরও দৃঢ় ভিত্তির উপরে দাঁড় করাই। মানুষের তথ্য অধিকার নিশ্চিত করার লক্ষ্যে সরকার যে পদক্ষেপগুলো গ্রহণ করেছে সেগুলোর আমরা সুযোগ দিই, আমরা ভিন্ন উপায়ে কোনো কিছু করার থেকে বিরত থাকি, এবং একই সাথে আজকে যে অবাধ তথ্য প্রবাহ নিশ্চিত করা হয়েছে সেটির অপব্যবহার করে রাষ্ট্রে সমাজে কেউ যাতে অস্থিরতা সৃষ্টি করতে না পারে সে ব্যাপারেও সজাগ থাকে।
Chief Information Commissioner Dr. Abdul Malik presided over the discussion. Former Chief Information Commissioner Muhammad Jamir, Information and Broadcasting Secretary Humayun Kabir Khondukar, among others, spoke. Information Commissioners Shahidul Alam Jhinuk and Masouda Bhatti and Secretary of the Commission Zubaida Nasreen were present. Meanwhile, Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood joined the 7th founding anniversary celebration of Daily Archgate Business Bangladesh. At the event, the minister cut the cake of the newspaper's founding anniversary with other guests. Dhaka Metropolitan Police Commissioner Habibur Rahman, editor of Daily Archgate Business Bangladesh Mehdi Hassan Babu and others were present on the occasion. Later, the Information and Broadcasting Minister visited the office of the newspaper. Now, international news. More than 100 people died and 150 others injured after fire broke out at a wedding in northern Iraq, state media reported. However, the Iraqi Red Crescent put the death figure at over 450. It is not yet clear what caused the blaze, but early reports say it broke out after fireworks were lit. Flammable panels in the venue may have fueled the flames, officials said. Photos on social media show the charred out remains of the event hall in Karakosh in Iraq's Nineveh province. The newly married couple are among the victims, according to the deputy head of the Nineveh Health Directorate. Nearly 30,000 ethnic Armenians fled Nagorno-Karabakh, a quarter of the population of the enclave, which Azerbaijan seized last week. Hundreds of cars are backed up on the one road leading to Armenia, the destination of those leaving. Azerbaijan says residents will be safe, but Armenia's prime minister says ethnic cleansing has started. Nagorno-Karabakh, recognized as part of Azerbaijan, had been run by ethnic Armenians for 3 decades. The mountainous region in the South Caucasus has been supported by Armenia, but also by its ally Russia. At least 200 ethnic Armenians and dozens of Azerbaijani soldiers were killed as Azerbaijan's army swept in. As part of a ceasefire deal, separatists agreed to surrender their weapons. The Azeris said they want to treat ethnic Armenians as equal citizens, but a limited amount of aid has been allowed through and many residents are fleeing. On Monday, a massive fuel blast killed at least 68 people attempting to leave. Donald Trump repeatedly misrepresented his wealth by hundreds of millions of dollars to banks and insurers, a New York judge has ruled. The decision resolves the key claim made by New York's Attorney General in a civil lawsuit against the former president. The documents here clearly contain fraudulent valuations that defendants use in business, the judge wrote. It is a major blow for Mr. Trump before the case goes to trial next Monday. An attorney for Mr. Trump called the judge's decision a miscarriage of justice in a statement on Tuesday evening. Attorney General Letitia James sued Mr. Trump last September, accusing him, his 2 adult sons, and the Trump Organization of lying about his net worth and asset values between 2011 and 2021. Ms. James claimed the defendants issued false business records and financial statements in order to get better terms on bank loans and insurance deals and to pay less tax. The first Saudi ambassador to Palestine, Naif bin Bandar al-Sudairi, arrived in the West Bank on Tuesday. Non-resident ambassador to Palestine and non-resident consul general in Jerusalem, al-Sudairi presented his credentials to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas at the presidency headquarters in Ramallah. Welcoming al-Sudairi, Abbas said that his visit to Palestine and his appointment as Saudi ambassador to the state of Palestine would contribute to strengthening the strong fraternal relations that bind the two countries and the two brotherly people. The Saudi ambassador said he hoped that his visit would be a successful beginning for strengthening relations in all fields, stressing his country's firm and supportive position for the Palestinian people and their just cause. Al-Sudari's arrival comes amid Israel's efforts to normalize relations with Saudi Arabia. And now, some other international news in brief. Days after Ukrainian officials said they had killed Russian Vice Admiral Viktor Sokolov, Russia's Ministry of Defense released new videos of him. Kiev expresses doubts over the footage and says it is trying to verify whether he's alive or dead. China has said its recent military activity around the self-ruled island of Taiwan was intended to combat the arrogance of alleged separatists. Beijing claims the democratic island, which lies about 160 kilometers from China's eastern coast, as its own. India has told Canada it is open to looking into any specific or relevant information it provides on the killing of Sikh separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar earlier this year. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau last week said Ottawa had credible intelligence linking Indian agents to the murder. Small, artificially intelligent boxes tied to tree trunks in the Brazilian Amazon are the latest weapon in the arsenal of scientists and environmentalists battling destructive jungle invaders. Scientists at the United States Space Agency NASA found black dust and debris when they opened the space capsule that recently returned to Earth with the largest asteroid sample ever brought back from space. There is no symptom of improvement in dengue situation across the country, as over 2,000 have been infected and 15 died during the last 24 hours. A press release of the Director General of Health Services said among the deaths, 7 were in Dhaka and 8 were outside Dhaka. 2,950 dengue patients were admitted to different hospitals across the country during the last 24 hours. Among them, 726 dengue patients were hospitalized in Dhaka city and 2,224 patients outside Dhaka. Meanwhile, no one died of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The country reported 11 COVID-19 positive cases as 1,006 tested in the last 24 hours. Corona infection rate was reported at 1.09%. Now, weather. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said light to moderate rain and thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at a few places over Rangpur, Rajshahi, Mymensingh, Dhaka, Khulna, Borishal, Chattogram and Sylhet divisions. Besides, moderately heavy falls likely to occur at places over the country. Day and night temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country, said the Met Office. Now, news on sports. Bangladesh national cricket team reached India today to participate in the 13th edition of the ICC ODI World Cup. Shakib Al Hassan's team left Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport for India at 4 p.m. and reached Guwahati this evening. The Tigers will take part in a warm-up match against Sri Lanka on September the 29th. In the second warm-up match, they will face defending champions England on October the 2nd. Bangladesh will start the World Cup journey with a match against Afghanistan on October the 7th. Then Bangladesh will play against England on October the 10th, New Zealand on October the 13th, India on October 19th, South Africa on October 24th, the Netherlands on October 28th, Pakistan on October 31st, Sri Lanka on November the 6th, and Australia on November the 11th respectively. And now to end the bulletin, a recap of the top stories. Everyone must work to build a smart Bangladesh under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, says President Mohammad Shahabuddin at the inauguration of Smart Children Carnival. Holy Eid Milad-ul-Nabi tomorrow, as Muslim devotees will observe the day in a befitting religious grace and dignity. A variety of programs chalked out to celebrate Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's 77th birthday tomorrow. Country observes World Tourism Day today under the theme of eco-friendly investment. A confused medley of opinions will never dislodge the government of Sheikh Hasina. Rather, BNP will perish by self-kindled fire, says al-Qadir. BNP scholars like us an empty vessel sounding much, and US visa policy did nothing to governments abroad, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Wedding blaze tragedy leaves more than 113 lives, including the bride and groom in Iraq. Red Crescent claims injured persons to cross 4,500. And Bangladesh cricket squad reaches India to play One-Day International Cricket World Cup. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you indeed for joining us, and we invite you to watch 11:30 Bangladesh News. Please keep your homestead clean and stay safe from dengue. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.